Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here and investing your time in improving your English and yourself. Have you ever noticed something very strange? You work every day, you try every day, you are not standing still, but your life still feels like it is not moving forward. You are not poor, but you never feel like it is enough. You have income, but you still have to check your bank account before every small decision. And on some nights, when everything becomes quiet, you start to ask a question that you do not dare to say out loud. If I keep living like this, will I ever be truly free in my whole life? We grow up with a very familiar belief. If you study well, get a stable job, and earn more money over time, then life will be fine. It sounds right, but if you look closer, you will see a very big problem in that thinking. Many people have done all of those things correctly. They study properly, they have good jobs, they get higher salaries every year, but they are still not free. They still have to work every day to maintain their life. They still cannot stop. And the important thing is, they are afraid to stop, because if they stop, everything will collapse immediately. That is not freedom. That is a system where you must keep running just to not fall behind. There is a time when everyone thinks like this. If I can earn double my current income, everything will be easier. And then you reach that point. You get a higher salary, you earn more money, you start to have more income. But instead of feeling relaxed, you feel pressure in another way. You start to spend more. You eat at more expensive places, you buy better things, you get used to a new lifestyle, and then that lifestyle becomes your standard. You do not want to go back to your old life, so you have to keep earning at a higher level, not to grow, but just to stay in the same place. That is when you realize a hard truth. You are not moving forward. You are just upgrading the loop that you are stuck in. This loop is not loud. It does not make you notice it immediately. It happens very smoothly, very logically, and very normally. You work to earn money, you spend money to feel that your life has meaning, you reward yourself because you tried hard, and then you need to keep working to maintain all of that. Each step makes sense, but the whole system is a circle with no way out. The most dangerous thing is, you do not see it as a trap. You think it's just life. You think everyone is like this. You think it is normal. Until one day, you look back and realize you have gone very far, but not closer to freedom. There is a truth that people rarely say directly. Earning money is not as hard as keeping money. Many people can increase their income, but very few people can keep most of what they earn. The reason is not because they are not smart, but because they have never learned how to manage money. We are taught how to work, but not how to control personal finance. We know how to spend money, but we do not know how to build assets. So money comes and then goes, very fast, very naturally, without leaving much behind. You may look at your account and ask, where did all my money go? But if you do not change how you manage money, that question will repeat again and again. There is something that makes many people feel safe, but it is actually very fragile. That is having only one source of income. You have a stable job, you receive your salary every month, you feel secure. But if you think deeper, you will see your whole life depends on only one thing. If that thing disappears, everything else will shake. That is not freedom. That is a system where you must keep running just to not fall behind. Most people know what they should do. They know they should save money. They know they should invest. They know they should learn new skills. But the problem is not about knowing, it's about doing. And more importantly, doing it long enough. Discipline does not create results immediately. It creates results after a long time when you do not see any change. You save a little each month, you learn a new skill every day, you invest small amounts. In the short term, it does not make a big difference, but in the long term, it completely changes your life path. The problem is, very few people are patient enough to reach that point. Many people think financial freedom is a goal. Once you reach it, it is finished. But that is not true. It's more like keeping balance than achieving something. You need to maintain it. You need to manage it. You need to adjust it all the time. Financial freedom is not about having a lot of money. It's about having a system where money continues to work for you even when you are not working all the time. That's the difference. There is no fast way to reach financial freedom, but there is a clear path. Start with controlling your spending, not living a poor life, but living with awareness. Know where your money goes, know what really has value. Next is creating more sources of income. It does not need to be big, it does not need to be perfect. You just need to start. A new skill, a side job, a small investment. Over time, these things will grow. And finally, invest in yourself. Skills cannot be taken away, knowledge can grow, and mindset determines everything. No one will come to change your life. No opportunity will appear if you are not prepared. No freedom comes from waiting. If you do not change how you live today, your future will just repeat the same pattern. You may earn more, but you will also spend more. You may be busier, but not freer. And one day, you will realize you have spent a lot of time living, but very little time living the way you wanted. You do not need to become very rich to have freedom, but you must change how you see money. Financial freedom does not start from numbers. It starts from awareness, from understanding where you are and where you are going. You do not need to change everything in one day. Just start with a small decision, a better choice, a better habit, and repeat it. Slow is fine, but you must move, because if you do not start now, then maybe 10 years later, you will still be here, still working, still trying, and still asking the same question: when will I truly be free? And at that time, the answer will be much harder than today. If you find this video interesting and helpful, please give me a like and subscribe.